It's 8:30 on a Monday morning in July. You are sitting at your desk with a fresh cup of coffee and a stack of folders. You see an email from a title company you have worked with for 5 years. The subject line matches a $450,000 closing scheduled for Friday afternoon. You click the link to verify the wire instructions because everything looks exactly the way it did last week. The login screen pops up and you type your password to view the file. Nothing happens for a second, but then the document opens and you go about your day. 3 days later, your phone rings and it is the buyer. They sent the $50,000 down payment to the account in the email, but the money never arrived. Your heart drops as you realize your inbox has been sending messages you never wrote. The mistake is thinking your email is just a communication tool. It's actually the keys to your bank account. I'll show you how to spot the silent takeover and the one check that stops a $50,000 loss. You likely realize that being the best at your job doesn't give you the tools to navigate these shark-infested cyber waters alone. Maybe you even hired a general IT person, only to find they didn't truly understand how to lock the right doors. You just need expert-level security that stays in the background so you can focus on your clients again. I'm Kevin, founder of Sentree Systems. For over 26 years, we have been helping small businesses like yours protect against email hacks. Real estate runs on fast email attachments and tight deadlines, making it the perfect environment for a trap. You lower your guard because the from name is someone you trust, and the transaction is real. Small brokerages are now primary targets because one single breach can lead to a $50,000 theft in minutes. Attackers don't just steal data. They sit inside your inbox and learn how you talk to mimic you perfectly. I know the techie language is overwhelming, so most owners rely on basic antivirus that cannot see a conversation being hijacked from the inside. I use the voice-to-email filter. If money or bank details change, stop typing and start dialing. Let's look at Mary, who runs a boutique brokerage with 12 agents in a busy suburban market where reputation is everything. Right now, she is focused on a major closing for a first-time homebuyer that is happening in 48 hours. She receives a message from the escrow officer asking for a quick signature on a disclosure form to keep the deal moving. The link takes her to a standard-looking Microsoft login page she uses every single day to access her files. She faces a quick choice: stop her work to call and verify the link, or just sign in now so she doesn't hold up the closing. Under pressure to hit the deadline, she enters her credentials, but the page simply refreshes without showing the form. She figures it is just a slow connection and moves on to her next meeting. By the next morning, the glitch turns into a crisis. Her agents are completely locked out of their email accounts, and her phone is exploding with calls from clients about weird payment requests they received overnight. Mary has to do the one thing she never imagined. She has to tell a young couple their life savings might be gone because of a link she clicked. Her office is silent because nobody knows if they can even open their laptop safely without making the problem worse. The trust she spent 10 years building with local lenders is evaporating in a single afternoon of frantic phone calls and apologies. That's how a small issue turns into a big mess when the pressure to move fast outweighs the need to check twice. Most hacks do not look like a break-in with alarms and sirens. They look like a routine Tuesday morning task that nobody thinks twice about because it looks like a normal part of the workflow. It is that one small moment of clicking a link that opens the door for everything to fall apart. By the time you realize something is wrong, the damage is already moving through your entire business. This kind of brokerage collapse is why I am called in to pick up the pieces. I have seen what happens when the internal workflow breaks and the criminals move in to fill the gaps. My phone rang at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I could barely understand the woman on the other end of the line because her voice was shaking so much. It was clear that she was calling from a place of total panic before the rest of her team even knew there was a problem. She was hyperventilating and kept saying the money is gone and they took the down payment. She was trying to explain a wire transfer for a closing that was supposed to happen on Monday, but the words were barely coming out. I logged into her admin panel from my home office while we were still on the phone. I saw a dozen forwarding rules she had not created herself, all tucked away in the back-end settings where most owners never look. It was a clean, professional setup. Every single email she sent was being BCC'd to an anonymous account in another country. The hackers were essentially BCC'd on her entire professional life. Those hackers had been reading her mail for 3 weeks. They were not looking to crash her system. They were just sitting there, waiting for a deal big enough to steal before they made their move. Once they saw the right closing, they sent a fake invoice to her most important client at exactly the right moment. Then they deleted the sent message from her own folder immediately, so she would not see the evidence of the fraud. I told her plainly that this was not a computer virus. This was a waiting game played by someone who knew she was too busy to use the voice-to-email filter. They relied on her being too rushed to pick up the phone. She went completely silent when I said that. The realization that she had unintentionally helped the thieves by just following her normal routine was the hardest part for her to process. We killed the active sessions and secured her accounts within an hour. That move stopped the hackers from hitting 4 other pending deals she had on her calendar for the following week. But we could not get that first down payment back. The $50,000 was already moved through 3 different banks and was gone for good. That is a hole in a small business that most firms never really recover from. In 26 years, I have seen this same setup in dental practices, law firms, and agencies. If you could rethink one thing today, let it be the assumption that your small business is too insignificant to be targeted by cyber attacks. A single email hack could shatter your real estate brokerage's reputation and compromise sensitive client information overnight. If you want to run a baseline security assessment on your own brokerage to see where your defenses are vulnerable, click the link in the description below to execute our 10-minute cyber health audit. Let's protect your client files and your reputation before tomorrow morning.